I've been telling myself for months that I was ready for the final season of Outlander, but honestly, nothing could have prepared me for this moment. After nearly 10 years of being connected to Jamie and Claire, laughing with them, crying with them, and surviving absolute chaos with them, realizing that their story is reaching its last chapter hits harder than I expected. And with the newest release date announcement and that intense teaser, it feels almost impossible not to spiral into every emotion at once. So let's dive into everything we know, everything that's been revealed, and everything that's about to shake the fandom to its core. When Starz first confirmed that Season 8 would be the final season, many of us were in denial. It didn't feel real. Even hearing that official announcement didn't fully sink in. I think a lot of us kept hoping that maybe, just maybe, the story would continue in some form. And honestly, can you blame us? This series has been part of our lives for almost a decade. But when we finally got a real release date this week, that hope cracked a little. That's when it hit. This is truly the end of an era. At the time of the announcement, Catherine Busby, the president of original programming, said something that really stayed with me for nearly a decade. Outlander has won the hearts of audiences worldwide, and we're pleased to bring Claire and Jamie's epic love story to a proper conclusion. Hearing that felt like closing a beloved book. Beautiful, but final. Still, fans clung to hope because of what Meryl Davis once said: "We'll keep making this until Claire and Jamie are 100." Those words became a comfort blanket for the fandom. There was always this idea that as long as the actors wanted to return and the story felt right, the show could continue. And with multiple books still left untouched, there was a sense that the Outlander world could stretch much further. But when filming wrapped and cast members began posting their emotional goodbye messages, it became clear. It's time to accept reality. No matter how heartbreaking it feels, the cast shared touching messages from their final table, read photos filled with hugs, tears, and gratitude. The official page posted a message thanking every cast member, crew member, and fan, describing Outlander as more than just a show, calling it a family. That message made everything feel even more real, like the closing of a chapter none of us were ready for. And just when emotions were already high, San Diego Comic-Con 2025 arrived, and with it, the teaser that sent shockwaves through the fandom. Of all people, Jamie is the one reading what sounds like a prophecy of his own death. In the teaser, he says, "War is coming to the backcountry," and James Fraser dies in it. Hearing Jamie speak those words? Chills. Absolute chills. It's one thing to read it in the books. It's something else entirely to hear it spoken by Sam Heughan, in Jamie's voice, knowing this is the final season. Immediately, the fandom lit up with questions. Is this misdirection? Is it foreshadowing? Are they really preparing us for Jamie's death? Nobody has answers yet, but the idea itself is enough to keep fans up at night. What makes this even more intense is that the prophecy isn't just made up for the show. It comes from a book written by Frank Randall. The series has always played with time, history, and perspective, so hearing Jamie acknowledge something written by Frank adds a whole new layer of tension. Maybe the show is teasing us. Maybe it's delivering a warning. Either way, the emotional weight is heavy. The teaser also carries this thick sense of nostalgia, almost like the show itself is saying goodbye. And based on comments from the cast, that tone is intentional. Sophie Skelton called the season nostalgic. Richard Rankin described it as sexy and dangerous. Sam Heughan said it's heartbreaking and eternal. Those words together create a picture. A final season that's bold, emotional, and unforgettable. Season 8 is expected to follow Diana Gabaldon's 8th novel, written in my own heart's blood. But there are whispers, big whispers, that scenes and storylines from Book 9 go tell the bees that I am gone, and even hints of Book 10 may appear. If you know the book series, you know how massive that is. The show has never been afraid to shift storylines around, so it wouldn't be surprising if they took elements from different places to wrap up the story in the most powerful way. Co-showrunner Matthew B. Roberts made something very clear. Nothing that doesn't affect Jamie and Claire gets in. That is a huge statement. With only 10 episodes, there's no room for long side plots or extended book detours. Everything has to tie directly back to Jamie and Claire. That means tighter writing, more emotional scenes, and a much more focused narrative. Because of that limited time, certain characters won't return even if they were part of the book storyline. Jenny, Jamie's sister, is one of them. Tobias Menzies, who portrayed Frank Randall in Black Jack, also isn't returning. He expressed confidence in the cast finishing strong, even though he won't be part of the final season. And then there's the twist nobody expected, the storyline involving Faith, Claire, and Jamie's first daughter, who was believed to be stillborn in Season 2. Season 7 introduced shocking hints that Faith may not have died the way we thought. In Season 8, Claire will pursue the truth with everything she has. The season reportedly begins with Claire finally learning what happened to Faith. Matthew B. Roberts confirmed that we'll see the truth visually, meaning flashbacks or scenes that reveal Faith's real fate. The idea that Faith survived and lived long enough to have 2 children is huge. This storyline does not exist in the books at all, which means the show is taking a bold, mysterious direction. Fans are left wondering, how did this happen? Who saved her? Could Master Raymond be involved? And if so, does that mean the show will delve deeper into the time travel elements? Nothing is certain, and that mystery alone is enough to keep viewers glued to the screen. Meanwhile, Brianna and Roger have their own challenges in the 20th century. After everything that happened with Rob Cameron in Season 7, their storyline is far from over. Sophie Skelton even hinted at the possibility of another child. She joked about how fun the pregnancy bumps are, but the tease felt deliberate. It's possible that the final season may explore their growing family while dealing with time travel dangers and emotional fallout. Season 8 will also introduce new characters. Kieran Bew joins as Captain Charles Cunningham, a retired British soldier. Francis Tom will portray his mother, Elizabeth. Carla Woodcock will appear as Amaranthus Grey. The question everyone has is, how will they influence Jamie and Claire's final chapter? Will they bring conflict, answers, or emotional turning points? Their presence suggests that the final season will be balancing war, personal stakes, and unresolved mysteries, while we wait for the final season to arrive in early 2026. There's something exciting to hold on to. The Outlander prequel series, Blood of My Blood, is finally arriving on August 8, 2025. It will premiere with 2 episodes and will explore not just one, but both of the great love stories that shaped Jamie and Claire's families. Jamie's parents, Brian Fraser and Ellen Mackenzie, and Claire's parents, Henry Beauchamp and Julia Morriston. Matthew B. Roberts is leading that series as well. And both Sam Heughan and Katerina Balfe are involved behind the scenes as executive producers, knowing that this universe will continue, even as one story ends, brings a little comfort. There's so much more to learn about the characters we've loved for so long. And if the storytelling quality remains as strong as it has always been, then fans are in for something truly special. As we count down the days to Season 8, the mixture of excitement, fear, curiosity, and sadness grows stronger. We're stepping into the final act of a story that has changed so many viewers' lives. And the hints, the mysteries, the emotional goodbyes, everything is pointing toward a powerful ending. For now, all we can do is hold on to the updates, dive into every teaser, analyze every quote, and prepare ourselves for the final ride with Claire and Jamie. And if you want to keep exploring theories, updates, and breakdowns about Season 8, there's plenty more to uncover. Until then, the journey continues.